Welcome, welcome in. I will not be on long. Hi, you guys. Muffin Top, you made it. You were number one. I'm just GH. Welcome. I decided to do a little intro to my next long live. So I get you guys going and thinking and opening your minds and just giving you a little bit of time to digest what I'm going to be showing you tonight. Welcome on in. Obviously, this is about Summer Moonwell's missing children and the sacrifices and all the information that nobody wants to talk about. It's unbelievable that no one wants to talk about it. As the children keep going missing and keep disappearing, is with the new cases and so forth, it's all the same. It's all the same. Hello, Colleen 2269. I'm just GH. It looks like you were number one. Muffin Top. Vanessa. I said Colleen. Yeah, let's see. So, hi videos. So I put together a little intro that, yeah, thumbs up on your way in, please. Thumbs up, thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed and you're here listening and you like what you hear, subscribe. It's really a great way to support the channel. So I've been listening to YouTube creators in the last 48 hours. It's kind of mouth dropping, jaw dropping, not even, it's crazy to me. What was really crazy was to listen to Cracking Cases come back. What the hell? I mean, if they're going to come back, I'm going to go back and start showing stuff from their channel. That doesn't even look like his wife. I don't know who the hell that is. But besides that, today is going to be an intro, like I said, to a 90-page presentation that I have. And we're going to be covering the obvious. Now, many of you you're going to be like, okay, this is not obvious. This is like shit that I could barely see. I barely understand, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I get it. I have many, many videos that support my theory here, and I don't know if it's 750, almost 750, but nothing has changed. Today I'm bringing in, again, I am going to be focusing in on the channels that give me information to show you. And I am really honing in on the families like the Beeston Bunch and the Kents and so forth. Again, I cannot say it any louder or clearer. It's not about them. And yes, I'm going to show pictures that seem to be their children, but it's not their children. This can't be their child. This can't be their child. It's impossible. But their child is a poster child to Summer Moon Wells. I'm going to be going over things tonight to prepare you for the video number 2. As the weeks go on lately, the information's getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And I'm telling you, I know why. It's because there are more victims falling. There are more victims that are being victimized, that are being taken. And the children are very strong in what they have to say. Their message is very clear. They want justice by getting their story out and using their voice to tell you the story. This here is from the Beeston Bunch. What you're looking at is one less eyeball, something in the mouth, and the head is on a platter. Nothing new. But nobody wants to look at it that's within the law enforcement. Does the head look normal? The word is no. It's not fucking normal. Does that look normal for a child called Summer Moon Wells? No. I've been showing this with her head on a platter for over 2 years. This is Summer Moon's poster. It's her poster. How is it that a poster of a child that's missing and was sacrificed could just la-di-da, let's just put a poster of her head on a platter. I mean, that's not a shirt. Show me a shirt that looks like that. I'm going to be going over information that I gathered from the Beeston Bunch to show you that this shit shouldn't be in here, but yet it matches the children's information. The construction that all of these young families, they construct a lot of new houses, you guys. These new families, when they move, they are reconstructing their house, they are rebuilding they are gutting, they're painting, they're plastering, they're putting in new wood all the time. The information that shows within the windows of these homes are exactly the same information as the Wells, as Check a TV. There's no difference. The rocks. These rocks, you guys, are something I want you to look for in videos. Rocks, the water, the sand, the beach, the rivers, nature. Things that have to do with nature. They show it, and it really does match. The middle picture and the one to the left is about Kylie Rodney's story. This was, he's not on anymore. I don't know what happened to Check It TV. I always want to say Catch It, but Check It TV is gone. His information was what really matched a lot of the YouTube creators that I gather information from. Now, when I gather information from these YouTube creators, it's because they have information that shows images that match the story. So here's the story. These are rocks, and what this tells me is that behind these walls, somewhere within the universe, are these hidden rooms. They go deep under. They're behind these walls, or behind windows, one-way windows, plexiglass just like this. Do you see what's in these corners? When Molly Golightly showed this in her car, these rooms, it showed exactly the same way. The window on the top, the V hanging out of the window, the 5 hanging. It's the same information. It's just presented differently. That's all. So again, this is why I stick with just the elements, because the elements are what the children show in order to tell us the story. They're saying we're back here. But if nobody is going to knock shit down and go look for these number 5 boxes back here, all I did was flip it. That's all I did. They're always a number 5. They're back here. All they're doing is waiting for justice. That number 5 is right there on the rocks. You see? And it's not going anywhere, and it's not going to change to a different number. It's not going to change to a number 8. Because this is the number in which they are showing over and over and over. And it, Catch It TV, whatever his name was, shows the room. He had a lot to show you guys. His information was absolutely amazing because it gave me the images to show you guys. It looks like this. See the back there? That's what it looks like. That's what the staircase looks like. Doesn't change. What they do is they change the information that surrounds it while the elements stay consistent. So what I mean, but I say that these children are underground, beneath the wall of a wall of a wall, and they're basically buried under there, and they're doing whatever they want to do with these children because nobody is coming there to get them. You know how frustrating that is to the children? There is no difference between what you see back here and what I show you in the Beeston Bunch. None. This here is the same as the walls behind this guy. It's telling me the same story to tell you guys, that these doors and walls are behind walls and behind a door, and you really need to go deep into these walls to find it. This is what it's telling me. Now, that's how I use my clairvoyance, my intuition, the spirits, is I show you the information through images, right? This is what I'm showing. It's saying that if in fact the authorities ever want to go look for this, prepare yourself to go not just knock down one wall, but more than one wall. These rocks, it's telling you that there's the cement pieces, you guys. And those cement bricks that Don Wells shows all the time is important. Right here, it's showing in 2 separate videos. Right on the top there, you have that little hole in the rocks, right? And that's no different than this hole in the rock. Let me put a little circle around it. This is no different than what it's showing me over here. And what it's showing up here. This goes back as if it's outside. There's critical messages that get shown through these creators' videos. And through the construction and through the layering that Don Wells showed us, this is where the digging should have taken place. Now, there are certain videos that from creators that just give me images, right? I'm telling you, it's got nothing to do with them. Many of the times when I talk about Don Wells in particular pictures and layers of information, Don Wells to me is showing an actual location. I feel a very strong presence that that's what he's showing. And this is Don Wells's construction. What I want you guys to really hone in on, and the reason you're going to be honing in on this right now, is because the children's trophies and so forth go under here. These are layers that the authorities haven't looked for these layers. And what's under here is where I see the open spaces. The open spaces is what you would be looking for in these other locations as well. These are openings, and they have enough space to crawl. So Don Wells, when they showed his videos in the beginning, you know, when I first was introduced to Don Wells, when all of us were introduced to the Wells and Summer Moon, we didn't know them, right? We didn't know Don. We didn't know he did construction. We didn't know he did plastering and whatever he does, right? And whenever they would show it, you'd be like, oh, of course they're showing it because this is what he does. And, you know, he's just plastering and doing. If you would get closer in, there are bits of information in Don Wells's layering of his house that really needed attention from the authorities. This here, to me, there's a layer of bricks in here. Like it's, I see wood, I see bricks, I see wood. And there's something about the bricks that the children know about. And these plants and the greenery is all part of the sacrifices. But when Don Wells shows this, here, I keep going back to it. And it's really something that the authorities need to look at. I can't do anything with it, but when I'm telling you, I see the answer in here. I see it. I get chills down the bottom of my legs, which tells the truth. There is something about this that I keep going back to it, you guys. And this is why it's an introduction tonight, because my video is going to hone in on the little pieces that I'm noticing. When you look in here and you start to look at pieces that I call elements, elements were shown to me in the beginning for a reason. Yeah, that's Don Wells. This is Don Wells. This is the Wells property. This is Don. And these photos were one of the first photos that we saw in the beginning, because the Wells, that's all we really had, right? And I pulled stuff from the beginning, June 15th, actually, 2021, that didn't make sense to me, but I saw a story. Welcome, Rempel. And I kept this information. And now that I look back, there's certain information in here that speaks. That S in there that looks like a $sign isn't the same font S that's in Builders. It's not the same. Right there, you see a red thing. I'm seeing elements of information that are really important for the children to tell us about. You see, there is something about this photo that is so deep into the Wells' story. I guess I just don't know what it is yet. I just know that this is the story. I know that there's so much information in here. Like, I would need a builder to look at this photo, because I don't even think it's built correctly. I think that it's on an angle. I said that I feel like there's something on an angle, and it's a layer of shit that's under his fucking property. That's just the only thing that always comes back to me. It's a layer that's between the layers. See how that nice little piece of wood is stuck in there? All the other pieces of wood are older. Like, those are the things that I know I'm supposed to have answers for. You guys, I just know it. I know that there's answers for why there's all of a sudden in the middle of his freaking construction that there's Christmas lights that were at the Idaho 4. But that new piece of wood, yeah, the back of his leg, like, look at that one leg. There's so much stuff in this picture that is so wrong. I just don't know what it all is. Like, I have to really hone in on these photos. This photo. Here's the back of his leg. Now that's, one leg is Don's and one leg isn't Don's. So when you're dealing with deep fake and layers of information, you could see that this was messed with, because the leg that looks completely messed up has a different pant leg than the other leg. You see? Yeah, two different people's legs. I mean, look at the coloring of the pant. So it's stuff like this that is consistently showing. Like, I believe that, I swear to God, if I could just get access to this piece of property, that would be amazing. Amazing. I think I could. I see it, you guys. You just don't know what this does to this picture I've been holding on to for over 2 years. Over 2 years. These babies and these sacrifices, they go into the earth, they go into the leaves. This is all from Beast and Bunch. This baby is laying in the leaves, and when I see stuff like this, I could almost cry looking at it, because these pictures are not deep faked. Not deep faked. When I look at this and then I go back to show you, I think the answers are going to come to me tonight, because this is what it is. I get it now. This is what it is. Summer Moon Wells' children go within the earth just like this. I know this is the truth, and I'm sticking to it, and this is what that photo is telling me, that Summer Moon Wells has been placed within the earth just like this. And Don Wells knows it. See this child? The mask on its face? See this child? look. This is the Beast and Bunch channel. This is Summer Moon. And I'm telling you, Don Wells, I am telling you, you know where she's been placed. This is why I keep going back to it, because this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. It's these constructions within these homes, within these empty spaces, that this happens. It's a very, very, it's a very sad feeling inside my body right now. So what happens, anyone that is like a real psychic and a real clairvoyant, like I could sit here and many times I just go about and I do the story and I speak and all of that, right? But then there are times that I get emotional, right? That's because the truth is so very strong. It's like so strong that it creates tears, like, and this is a real child that's looking for justice. And because I'm telling this story, whoever this child is gets justice. You see, that's how it works here. And it's sad. It's sad. And many a times it's because it's the truth. So, it's not like I'm sitting, tears are the truth for me. It's saying that you've touched upon a serious piece of truth, and that spiritually speaking, it's been recognized. So the purpose of what I do here is to bring justice to these children. And the only way that I know, deeply sad feeling, right? Like if you have any kind of connection to these stories, you don't have to be clairvoyant or whatever, doesn't matter. If you have connection to these stories and you have empathy and you know that this is happening and you see something like this, you can't help but feel the sadness. That's how you know you're seeing the truth. And that's how you know that you are opening up to the truth. Because these victims have those kind of masks on their faces. Yeah, you could feel it, right, Colleen? It's like, I've shown these masks. Yeah, there are 3 dots in the leaves. Um, there's a lot of information, and I want you to notice how the leaf, it's like they're connected to the earth and they get connected to um, the earth. And what's going through the stomach area, obviously it's not a leaf. And whatever they built and whatever mechanism and machinery that they use, it's this. It's this. And I got my answer. This is why this is what I see when I look at Don standing over here. I see summer like here, like this is very significant. This is the same as this. It's a baby. And this is from this video. Now, when you look at her, it's not about her. So understand it's not about her, right? But she happens to have elements on her that are critical to summer. They are symbols of the sacrifices. They're symbols of this group. And this is what she looks like close up. She's a mess. So it's not about her, because this is what the victims look like. This is, so the Beeston Bunch, which I would love for them to one day come forward and recognize that they're being used as the deep fake. The Beeston Bunch is what's being placed over this information. This is a victim. And most likely it's their baby or their child or their peering. Look at what's on her. I know she looks like Britney Spears, I know. But she's not. Trust me, she's not. But that's who's in the corner of this picture, because that's where I get this information, right? These are the children that are within the Beeston Bunch's videos. This is Summer Moon. Most of the presentation tonight, I used Summer Moon's pictures from her swing video, because most people haven't been here since the morning of June 16th, 2021. And that's really when all of this information started funneling out really quickly for me. This little child has on her neck the same thing Summer Moon has on her neck. See the fingers? See how the fingers are completely fucked up also. See her thumb, her fingers, and what's on her neck? Summer has the same kind of thing on her neck. And she has the V's on her head, like the mother. So she has that V on her head, and that's what Summer's neck looks like. I mean, it's right there, you guys. I haven't done anything to these videos. And this child's fingers are not hers. And this is what she has on her neck. And I don't know if they put fake fingers on there. I just know that they're from different humans. So what I pick up is that the fingers that we see are not from one human. They're from different humans. It's not from one human. That's what's going on here. And Summer has shown this since day one. For those who really don't go back and look at her videos from her swing, go back to the beginning. You have to go back to the first bits of information that was given to us. That is where you will see all of the elements. You'll see the letters. You'll see her story. You will see her story. You just have to take snapshots and open them up. And if you look, you will see all of the letters that I point out. These are the letters, you guys, that are in Summer Moon's case. These are the letters. Letters just don't appear in all of her videos. They're all the same. Same letters. She's not alone. She went with other children, right? I mean, look at her hand over here. This is nothing more than her video that we've had since day one. And I'm not really quite sure why no one is re-looking at this stuff. See her hand? It's not a rope. Those are elements. This isn't really someone swinging on a swing. It's not. Look at her fingers. Summer's very, very beginning videos held information that is getting stronger and stronger as time goes by, because the more children that get taken, the more the information keeps showing. And her fingers are nothing more than letters and this and that, and it's called Summer Moonwell's Missing Children. That's what it is. So on her fingers, let me zoom in, you're going to see, it's not that it's new. I'm just re-showing you And what you're going to see is you're just going to see it clearer because I've been showing this same information. They're always number 5s. So I'm going to just change the contrast a little on her fingers. Those are her fingers. She's showing the same information as Summer Moon on her swing. It's over and over and over. It just shows it over and over. Here's the Beeston Bunch. Here's the little snake head. Here's this stuff. Here's Summer Moon's snake head. And here's all of her information. It's repeating. Look what's on her hand. All of this stuff are other people's fingers, other people's hands. That is Summer Moon Wells's. That shows the same information, but it's Summer's. And Candace, who showed it the best, you guys, Summers, is Candace and Don. Candace and Don have this information of Summers. So all I'm doing here is I'm giving you apples to apples. This is the Beeston Bunch. Look at all those different hands. This part right here is this part. This here is the same information as Summer's box. That's all that is Summer's box with her snake head on the top. That's all. It's her box. They're showing the letters, they're showing the fingers, they're showing same information. And what's on her, it's just different paintings and different symbols. But if you look at the fingers, her fingers have the same letters and so forth as I showed you the other fingers. Has the A hanging. It's all there. Like I said before, Summer's information came from her parents. I've been showing you apples to apples, but these next two videos bring us back so I could show you how crystal clear this stuff is and how it stays and doesn't change. It doesn't shift. It just doesn't. It's very strong. The information is so very strong for Summer. Summer's in the middle. This, you guys, this comes from Candace's TikTok. Now, Candace's TikTok shows Summer like that. I don't know if everyone thought that was a freaking joke, but that's not a joke. It's actually wrapped around her because it's indented on her face, and then you have the V. It's exactly how they're showing the children on either side. You know how I always say their heads are in the corners, their heads are in the corners? Each one of these 3 photos, the child's head is in the corner. Their eye, something's wrong with their eye. So you could look at these, but you have to look at it and really pull it apart and look at what's going on in the picture, because it matches Summer. Really look at this one. Look. Look at the neck. Look what's going on. What is going on there is absolutely no different than what has been going on with Summer. This is like what Summer looked like in her car, with that on her neck. That's this. Look at her eye. So that thing on her eye shows, oh my God, Madeline McCain. I have that on Madeline McCain's eye. It's that little white patch, right? It's that white patch. It's what the victims get placed over their eye. Just like that. Okay, so let's see. McCain. Nope. This is the picture that just popped up of Madeline McCain, which no one gave a shit. I'm like, she is holding a head on a platter, and no one, it's just not talked about. It's almost as if it's okay that that's what she's holding. It's on the number 5 platter. See? That's her. This is from the news. That's a head. And it's so nuts how I could show this, and there's an ear and everything. Like, it's just not talked about. Instead, we talk about fucking the Kraken cases shit. Not this. Like, seriously? Most people could show this, and then you'd hear about it. You won't believe, in Madeline McCain case, someone shows this person's head on a number 5. I mean, and then you see the V there. You know, it's the same story. This is Summer Moon Wells. It's the same thing. Nope. So to the right, this is the girl's neck. That neck is like it's a mechanical or something. But what she's showing is nothing more than what you're seeing to the left and what you see in Summer Moon Wells's case. This is what you see. There's no neck there. There's no neck on either one of these photos. There's no neck. None. No neck. They're not there. They're just not. You tell me where you see the neck of this person. This is what shows for Summer when I tell you it's a head on a platter. And then it's the number 5 already, or whatever, down the middle. But that's pretty messed up. And so is the baby's. That's her baby. We brighten it up. There's no neck here either. No matter how you want to slice and dice it, it's a head. It's a head. Why is it that no one sees anything wrong with this? Like, that's a pretty fucked up, messed up photo. It's like, that is the same thing I just showed you on Madeleine McCann. Holding one of these things. A head on a platter. A head on a platter. This is the part of the presentation that I'm going to go deeper into on video number 2. Because I stared at these photos today. It looked familiar to me. I'm like, I know I've seen this before. And I'm able to recognize what it is now. Like, I see it and I understand it. These photos, I'm going to show you. It's from the Beeston Bunch. And this is supposed to be their child in the back seat, all excited to see their father. Those are elements of Summer Moon. Summer Moon has this stuff on her. So throughout the video, this stuff changes and shifts. The maroon pieces. Now, it's the maroon pieces that are the elements, right? The one that's around the neck. Those maroon pieces are what changes. And then the legs look like the V. So really look at this. Look at the arm that's coming in. Look how small the child's arm is. Notice the neck, the maroon piece, and then how it shifts here. Look at the arm and the hands and everything that's going on here. This is called the fake car, right? This information completely lines up with the swing. Now you may be looking and be like, that's not the swing, that's not the swing. It is. You're looking at Summer Moon's fake swing. When you turn it this way, that's what you're looking at. Summer Moon's swing is nothing more than Summer Moon's fake car ride. There's just one sacrifice, you see. They didn't do it in the car. They didn't do it they didn't do it in the car. They didn't do it at the swing. They didn't do it in the rain. They did it in one place. They just made all different storyboards to confuse everybody. That's all they did. Because this is what you're looking at with the sun in the car. Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. You could put it this way. I'm going to show you. These are all the same. There's one story. There's one way that they put these children through the sacrifice. And then what they do is they create storyboards all around it in hopes that people like YouTube creators and people on YouTube could talk about it. And then there's creators that's all their job is. Their job is to talk about everything and create confusion. This is this. You understand what I'm saying? This is that. They're one and the same. Once I start seeing the elements and they don't stop showing, I know they're going to match up to the story. I know that these elements on him are nothing more than this. Let me tell you something. I told you guys that they were sitting in a in a seat like that, and that they weren't sitting on a swing, that she was sitting in like a seat. Let me see if I have one here. It's like a seat. Like she's not sitting on a swing. She's sitting on a seat. This is the same thing, you guys. So people looked at that picture of Summer, and I'm not even quite sure how in their heads they were able to accept the fact that this was even Summer and that this was okay photo of her. Like, there's nothing about these photos or these videos that are okay. There's nothing about them that look like a child who's okay. Nothing. This child has all of the elements that I'm showing you that are in the car. They're on Summer. This is a child that has chains and is in a bad situation, and that's the seat. Come on. Someone in the law enforcement or someone that seriously is covering this shit needs to stop covering it the way that they're covering it. Because this is stuff that you could go get on your own. This isn't like someone downloading a video and changing it. This video comes straight from the mother. What about this is okay? The swing video? Oh, they love that swing video. Let me tell you something. It's sad as shit. But when I'm telling you that this video is no different than the child that I'm looking at in the back seat of this car, I know I'm right. You have no idea how I know I'm right. This child here is in as much agony as Summer. Because these are Summer Moonwell's children. you see. Now, am I saying that the Beast and Bunch children are doing? No. Their videos are being used to tell the story. This story. The legs and everything are the same. You guys, if there's someone out there that can take this stuff and rip it apart and show the truth as I'm showing it, somebody that is within the law enforcement, a channel that I could trust as the news, because this child here has been sacrificed. This is not the back of a car. There's the plexiglass that Summer had, the boxes in the back there, and this is a problem. This is a real fucking problem. Look. When I crop back up, you're going to see the top right here of the back seat. It's that plexiglass. It's the plexiglass. And there's someone in there, just like you saw in the back seat of Summer Moon. See that? In the corner? The plexiglass? The sticks? It's not normal. You know why? Because this is a Summer Moon well sacrifice. This is the story that nobody wants to touch. Nobody. Think about that, you guys. Why? Why is it that nobody wants to talk about this child? This is a sacrifice. Do you think that the parent's hand lights up like a fucking flame like that? No, it's telling the story because we're recognizing this child. It's not even the normal seat of a back car that it's showing. Look in the plexiglass. You've seen plexiglass. The Idaho 4 has this plexiglass with these rims and the silver poles coming through like it comes through on the heads. Here, look, the silver poles going right through the critter thing. See this? That's what you're seeing there is what Candace Bly shows. Oh, and they show it here in the Beast and Bunch. That little critter there is this. In the back seat of the car. This is the Beast and Bunch. That's what you're looking at here. Same thing. Because the critter doesn't change. That's Summer's critter. But this is the Beast and Bunch. Candace has a cookie cutter, one just like it. Cookie cutter. Yeah, there's your little critter. There's your little snake face. There's another person back here. Like, it would take a real reporter one day to line all this shit up. And look at the child's hands. Look at the legs. Look at what's going on here. This is Summer Moon's car ride. This is Summer Moon's dancing. This is Summer Moon's swing. Whatever it is, it's all the same. All of it. All I have to do is turn this to the side. I'll show you. This is summer. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. See the rope? See the ropes? The ropes are right here. This is the rope. Look. Just like that. Boom. Holding the same thing in their arms. See how he's holding? See how Summer's holding this shit in her arms? Let me just widen this a little bit. Copy. Here, let me make it look a little better. So this is him. You just turn Summer in her swing. This is the same thing. See? So all they did was come up with different storyboards. Look at how uncomfortable. You see this? See how there's the rope? The rope is right on him. It's this way. These are the holes in the car. What you're looking at here are the fake holes in the car. It's the fake car. What you're looking at there is the fake car that they show all the time. So that's the fake car with this. It's the fake car with the holes in it. That's what you're looking at. See? You see that? I have this shit down pat. You have no idea. This is the beast. This is the same car. You see? This is that. With the plexiglass, boom. And you want to know who sat in those? Michael Vaughn and Summer. This are the milk jug rides and Michael Vaughn's in the hole. They're in that hole. There's their milk. That's Michael Vaughn in the news. That's his hole with the milk jug, just like Summer's. That's all you're looking at, you guys. That's what you're looking at. It's a fake car. It's all the same story. This is all the same story. This is what they're all laying in, right? This is what they're laying in. There's the jugs. This is this, and this is that. It's all the same story. They have a good thing going. All they're doing is freaking telling everyone what to believe. And, you know, if you study any kind of psychological crap, you'll know that we all love following this stuff. Wait, which one is this? Nope, not that one. This one here, you could see the baby. So this is interesting. Look at this. See the baby? And let me show you something. Oh my God. I have Summer in here with her baby. Summer's video on the swing. I'm always like, she's with the baby. See, this is also her swing. It's like a baby. But if you turn this, and this is also showing, this is how they showed the Idaho 4, but this is all the swing. But the video of the swing changes. This is Candace Wells. This is the swing. But this is what it shows. You've got to look at the information, right? Look at what's going on in the plexiglass area. And then that Summer. And all of that stuff is just popping through the hands, the letters, the information. And this is the fake car. This is a fake car. You don't see a car like this. It's a fake car. There is no such car like this. Doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Let me go closer. So what you see here, it's just like Check It TV. Check It TV showed his car and it had all these layers in the back seat. And I'm like, that is a fake freaking car if I've ever seen it. So when you blow up the Beast and Bunch back seat of their car, it's nothing more than all the pieces that I'm showing you on the children. That's with the hole in the seat. Show me a car that looks like that. No, you can't, because it doesn't exist. But what you're looking at are all these little pieces because there's a hole in the fake car that they're going in and out of. You're looking at all these pieces. But that's not, and I don't know who that is. The machinery is it's like back here. That's like what Benny Keys has in his car. All that fake shit Benny has in his car. And we grab this real fast. Crop it. So this is just an intro. And this is why I need to get this out tonight. I really felt like I had to. This is what it looks like back here. Got holes in there. And this is all the same. So you could see clearly Summer's plexiglass here. And this is the rim of Michael's plexiglass. And this is his milk jug. The same thing with the tube that goes in there. And that's a hole. Now this came right from the news, you guys. If you've never seen this, you're probably like, what is this? But that's Michael Vaughn. And he has the same fake milk jugs, what I call just jugs, behind him. No one talks about the milk jugs. No one talks about the milk jugs anymore. They don't even talk about it anymore. Have you heard anyone talking about the milk jugs? No. They don't want you to. Michael Vaughn has the same milk jugs. Like, why isn't anyone recognizing that he's in a hole, his head's in the corner, and he's got the same piping and the same jugs behind his head as Summer? Here's Summer's copy. And then I'll bring Michael's up. I'm almost done for tonight. So behind Summer is this. Those are her. I don't call those the milk jugs. I call those the milk jugs in the back with the tube coming out. Because that's the same thing that Michael Vaughn has. They have everything in common, as if they're the same person. See? I mean, come on. See, yeah, you see the piping? This is like creepy, scary, the same. These little babies are being... Look at these little babies. Being ignored. And that's the fake car. It's a fake car. I don't know how you could have a car, you walk into a car that looks like that. It's not possible. You can't walk, that's not even a car you could walk into. That's a hole in the wall. That's the hole. It's a fake car. There's no car that looks like that. Oh, I'm going to walk into my car now. Oh, I'm going to go now. Well, no. No. All the same. It's like Michael Vaughn and Summer are laying in that hole. It's the same thing. It is the same thing. No difference. None. this here, widen it. You've seen this before in just a different circumstance. Like, they don't always make it look like a car because sometimes it's in the house, but it's that's the information right there. There's the 5 in the hole. So this is what I'm going to be going over more in detail on my second video that will match. Here, I don't know who this is. I have these very interesting pictures from a Chris Larson from June 15th, 2021. Who is Chris Larson? I want to ask you guys this before I tune out for tonight. Who is Chris Larson? I found this in my stuff. And it's photos that he has marked as June 15, 2021. That's Rose's husband? You mean Rose Bly? His photo, I mean, this stuff's gone now, but I don't know where I got this all from, but that's June 15, 2021. I have a bunch of pictures. I must have saved it from back then that he shows that to me is the equipment. Like, he shows the equipment. And I'm like, who is this guy? Urgent cryptic videos made the moment Summer went missing. And then they were gone. Someone posted it. I must have grabbed it really fast. But his photos, you guys, like, I must have grabbed it. And back then I wasn't looking at the 5s and all this, but thank you, Stephanie. But this is the equipment. This is Summer Moon Wells' information. It's it's very interesting to see that this is the dude, that is Rosemary Bly's husband. I mean, even if this stuff looks... This is no doubt the equipment that I've been showing. You see, this is one of Chris Larson's pictures. There's no doubt that this is the equipment that I've been showing. And I guess that he posted this on June 15th. And then it was gone. You knew. I didn't even know I had this until today. And yeah, so I'm going to add this to my presentation next time. But Chris Larson actually had all this information up on June 15th. But when I say all, I mean, like, let me show you, like the equipment. like the equipment that's used. And someone called it cryptic, but it's not cryptic. Look at this. Look at how crazy this looks. And look at his legs. And then notice how there's always like a phone looking thing with the plexiglass right there. Kind of incredible. I find it's almost getting more interesting. It's getting more interesting as time goes on, because it's getting so obvious. And the more that they don't do anything about it, they just look so stupid. I mean, this is what got to me. I'm going to put this photo up, and I'm going to put this up next to it, because I know in my heart that summer moon, ooh, I think she's back here. I think summer moon stuff is back here. Back here. I'm going to do a whole thing on this. Yeah, it's back here. You guys, summer moon is back here. Look at the critters. Look at that fake person. Look at his hand. Look at his shorts. Holy shit. What's on his shorts is one of these main elements marking the sacrifice. This is on so many people's videos. This one is from the fisherman's boat. What's on his shorts is that same thing. And what that does is they're marking the sacrifice. There is no man in blue. That he's a nothing. Yeah. That's on his belt. Let me see. I put that in the presentation for tomorrow. That little thing. I knew it. It's on the last page. It's on tomorrow's presentation, the last page. Here's Don's belt. Yeah, he's got little shits on his thing too. But the coloring on his, I'm going to have to change the coloring, because it's in his belt is where it is. He's got the little critters in his belt. Ugh. So these are important. right here to speak about. All right, you guys. That is a photo that I'm going to take. Let's see. And go to sleep. All right. You guys, thanks for coming in without notice. Muffin Top, my amazing mod. You guys, look at that. Thumbs up, and subscribe. We need some more subscribers. And I'll be back. I don't know. It should be sometime tomorrow. I don't know the time, though. I have some meditation to do. I'm definitely going to be working with my pendulum on this stuff. Maybe should I do the pendulum live? Ooh, I really should. There's a lot in here. You guys, there's so much in this stuff. All right. Good night, you all. Thank you for joining last minute. Oh, thank you very much. All right. Sometime tomorrow I'll be back and we'll repost these photos because they're going to consistently keep changing. Like this one is. All right. Good night for now. Have a wonderful night, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Good night, folks.